Yep, we've been having a great week of preparation heading down to the conference tournament in Pensacola. Guys seem pretty locked in. Obviously, celebration last night was great. We put that behind us. Shirts go in the closet. We're not going to break them out until after the season is over with. We want to have a one-track mind going down to Pensacola, winning 3 games, and going to the NCAA tournament. I think our guys definitely have the right mindset right now.
And Coach, talk a little bit more about last night. Obviously, I know you guys kind of put it in the back of your heads, but what was it kind of like to see that to have that moment with your team in preparation for the Sun Belt tournament?
Yeah, I think it's good. It was great for the fans, but also good for our guys. I mean, you work so hard all year long to have that moment to where you can celebrate, and we just like we put it behind us. You rush to the next game, rush to the next game. I did want them to enjoy the moment. I think they were able to do that. It was a nice event. And just to celebrate what they've accomplished this year. It's been a lot of hard work, a lot of bus rides, a lot of traveling. There's been some ups and downs. We've lost, couple 5 close games here in conference and one in non-conference, and those are 6 losses that I think we've learned from and we've grown from and we've become better, and I think they'll help us in the conference tournament. But we're definitely excited about this next chapter in the season.
And Coach, last night Trojan Talk, Barry mentioned, a target on your back. I know that, you're very familiar, with that. You've coached really good teams. Now you guys are going in co-regular season champions, but the biggest thing is you guys have the player of the year as well. So you have individual is going to have a target on his back. Tatum, talk about what it was like to kind of see him get recognized for all the work he's put in, not just this year, but all the work he's done prior to that, and what's it going to be like to see him play in the tournament?
Yeah. First of all, we want to be hunters. We don't want to be hunted. So we're going to have the mentality that we're going and we're hunting them down. We're going to have a chip on our shoulder. So that's the mentality I want our guys to have. I want Tatum to have that same mentality as well. I'm sure there were people that didn't vote him Player of the Year, and he needs to be thinking about those guys and thinking about the 5 games that we lost by a total of 14 points and a lot of other things as well. And then, we got plenty of guys in my mind that probably were deserving of all conference and they didn't get recognized. I would like to think that they would have a chip on their shoulder. But, the main thing is the main thing, and that's winning 3 games. And, you have to play with an edge. It's obviously the stakes are higher. It's going to be more physical. It's going to be tougher. But the majority of these guys have played in the Sun Belt tournament, so they know what to expect, and they can let we only have a couple new guys, but they can let them know what to expect. And I definitely feel like our guys are very, very prepared.
And Coach, obviously there's the player of the year, but there's always got to be an X factor, that guy that steps up among the others that makes the difference. And when you're going to a tournament, who do you think is that player for Troy men's basketball?
We got so many different options, but I think Victor Valdez is a guy that could, really, really help us. We've seen glimpses of him be really good, but he's such a ball mover, can create open shots. Theo Sings, maybe another guy that doesn't get as much notoriety, that can really, really play and shoot the basketball. He's had some great practices. I think he's kind of playing his best basketball. He missed a couple of games that I think set him back, but now he's kind of back in rhythm and in groove. And Cooper Campbell's another guy that probably doesn't get as much exposure as well, that can really, really shoot the basketball and can play. And but yeah, I mean, I have confidence. 1 through 11, we got 11-man rotation that has played just about every game that they've been healthy, and definitely have confidence in all those guys. So who knows? It could be anybody's night on any one of those 3 days.
And Coach, talk a little bit more about the format of this new tournament. Obviously, they flipped it up a little bit, so now you guys have the bye into the quarterfinals and
Yeah.
number 3 seed. How do you approach this tournament different than any other tournament, knowing that that's the format?
Yeah, I mean, I love the format. I was a big proponent of it. I think it definitely rewards the teams that had the best seasons. You could make an argument maybe on the top 4, maybe the seeding, but that's the tiebreakers that are in place, and you got to go along with it. But I think those 4 teams definitely earned the buys. And I would fully expect that one of the top 4, 5, 6 teams will be representing the Sun Belt. Anything can happen. If I'm one of the, 7 through 14, I'm still expecting to win. But to win that many games and back to back, that's very, very tough. I mean, it's not going to be easy for us to go in there and win 3 games back to back, but I definitely have confidence in our guys. I believe they're ready for the challenge, and I think we're the type of team that's built to win 3 games in 3 days.
And talk more about, the team overall. I know that you have a couple things that you emphasize, but what do you think is going to be the biggest thing that if Troy men's basketball does this, they will win?
Take care of the basketball, keep our turnovers under 12. It's going to be hard for us to win if we're turning the ball over 14, 15, 16 times. We need to do that, and we need to rebound at a high level, and also probably, not let the opposing team hit a bunch of threes. We need to keep them at a low percentage. Those are kind of the benchmarks. When we do those things, great things happen.
And final question, Coach. Obviously, you guys are going back to Pensacola. Obviously, it's just a couple hours from Troy. There's going to be a ton of Trojan Nation, traveling to make the games. What's it like to kind of play in that arena in front of, it's not a home game, but it sometimes feels like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great venue for college basketball tournament. Can't pick a better city. I mean, Pensacola, the fans can go hang out on the beach, and then they can go watch their favorite basketball team play. There's going to be high level basketball. The teams are so evenly matched. I mean, what a great week of college basketball. And we're basically the first tournament, or one of the first ones to have their tournament. And so exciting times. And yeah, the Trojan fans that go down there and support us can definitely give us a big boost and give us a big lift and be that 6th man for us on the court.